Hey yo, make sure y'all check out that LG2. You heard Puerto Rican Mikey and Fruquan. You heard we smashing y'all all month with that. That's a fact. Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man, Brownsville, Brooklyn, Dykeman, 200 block. We in a building like 4 janitors in a broom closet. You heard? And if you ain't catch up on all those episodes from season 1, like I said, go to the playlist, The Real Story of LG. It got every episode in chronological order. So make sure you go watch each and every one of those. You heard? You already snow cone. Get at me. And of course, if you absolutely love what I be doing over here on this YouTube channel, feel free to send a Cash App donation. Yeah. Z-Man.
You're just in there and you're chilling and everything is vibing. You're not thinking about the stories. You're not thinking about the legend. None of that shit. Then all of a sudden you just hear, boom, you know what I'm saying, door slam, boom. You're like, what the fuck is that? There's nobody here, lads. I mean, it's just us. There's no one here. That shit was haunted for real. To this day, Peace though, peace to the car. What's good though?
Peace, man. Regular, man. What jail you was saying that was?
No, see, that was a juvenile detention. That shit was called Mount Loretto. Like, you know how you go like to DFY upstate and all that, like Sleepy Hollow and Lakeside, and Lakeview, and Children's Village and all that. When you start getting of age, right, unless you're hitting the island and going up north, they start sending you to places like CFYs and RTCs or psychiatric places like Grasslands. So Mount Loretto was a place, was like right by Arthur Kill. That shit went from like 13, I say a nigga like 11, but mostly like 11 to like 18. After 18, they kick you out. I mean, they kicked me out in 95 when I turned 18. I mean, but it's called Mount Loretto. Matter of fact, they had a church there too that they filmed the Godfather movie on and all that. Like, that don't mean nothing, but that's the relevancy of it. But it was right there by Arthur Kill. But what they had was like a facility. I give it like 5,000 kids. You know what I mean? Like, you had some niggas that might have like be on their way turning 18, got home visits and like day passes and you know what I mean? But it was like security everywhere, you know what I'm saying? You had security everywhere. You couldn't do nothing, you couldn't move, they fed you, they woke you up, you know what I'm saying? They made you GI, regular shit, and then it's coming from like Sparford and this is that era of where you might be going to Rikers Island 4 times out of the year, but you ain't going up north. You know what I'm saying? You're still a juvenile. You're still a ward of the state, so they holding you unless you do something bad. If you shoot a nigga, you do certain things, yeah, you gone. I mean, they're gonna prosecute you. But yeah, Mount Loretto, man. I'm surprised you didn't look it up. You never heard of that shit?
Yeah, I think I heard of that name before, but you said when you got there, dudes was saying that they was hearing and seeing shit?
Nah, I was living there, man. Like, I heard the stories, of course, when you get there, but I was one of them younger individuals. I was there towards the closing of it, where like staff just totally abandoned us, my nigga. Like, I mean, when I got there, I was 16, I was 15 when I got there, right before my 15th birthday, and staff just abandoned the spot, my nigga. We had like maybe 4 security guards out of like 100. You know what I'm saying? You got maybe 1,000 kids from around going loose. Everybody smoking Dutch, you know what I'm saying? It's Staten Island. I was running back and forth to like Staten, fucking around with like Shaheem and niggas like that, and then going back, because I could go AWOL anytime I want. There's nobody, stopping anything. But anyway, there was this female house, right, called DDU. I was in CFY. I was in 8th house. DDU was like a spot where like bitches were at kids. Young bitches though. 14, 13, 16. I think the oldest I heard, I think was like maybe 16. It was like the oldest I heard. But anyway, they had kids, and this is for kids whose parents don't want them, lads. Like, there is no coming out. They don't want you. They gave you up. It's over. You know what I mean? So these bitches was having babies that was dying for some reason. I don't know why. This is like maybe 92. They dying. Mysterious ways. Chicks is committing suicide. They have no idea why. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, like when they close the shit down, when I get there, I hear the story in 94. When I get there, we used to bring girls that wasn't from the spot there. You know what I'm saying? Like chicks that was from like Nana's Harbor or West Brighton, we bring them up there to the mount. That's what we call it. You bring them over the hill, and they got this big ass abandoned castle. This shit look crazy. I'm surprised I never heard of this shit. This shit look like fucking. It's a castle. Cobwebs everywhere, abandoned beds. But anyway, one time I'm in there, she ended up staying overnight. And I swear to God, this demon jumped in this bitch. I swear to God. I punched this bitch right in her face, like broke her nose. Like, I didn't mean to. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to keep calling her a bitch, but for myself.
Like, you said you took her to the spot and you said it felt like a demon jumped up there?
I felt like I seen that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because we used to go up there, like prior to me bringing Shorty there, we used to scare the new niggas that used to come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember like the Dennis Rodmans? Niggas who had like the black and white Dennis Rodmans. They be color or the Iversons, the niggas be coming into the system, and we take their sneakers. It's like it's like pre-Rikers. Like, you're gonna go to the trenches from here, especially in Staten Island, you know what I mean? So we would take niggas up there and scare the shit out of them. Because it was dark and it was up a hill and it was right by this priest house. The shit was just abandoned and it was eerie. But at nighttime, word is gone. Yeah, word is gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not as sharp as I was in my 120 or 136, 114 back in the days, but word is gone. Like, you can hear the babies. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear the babies, man. You know what I mean? And we know, I'm not just hearing it. We're hearing it. You know what I'm saying? It's a conglomerate of little niggas.
What you mean hearing them, though? You mean where y'all be at when you was hearing them?
Like, sometimes we'd be inside of the building, like, we break in, because that's where you used to confront. Like, you know what I mean? You didn't have nowhere to go. We was little niggas. They had no hotel money. We in the system. We wore to the state. It's just that we could go anywhere we want now, because, like I said, staff abandoned this place. Niggas was breaking staff arms. You know what I mean? Little niggas was getting raped. All types of shit was happening. Nuns left. All of that. It was a wrap. So we would bring girls from the outside that we would meet, little scavengers, you know what I mean? That fuck with little dirty book home niggas. And we would bring them over here to the spot so we could fuck. And I swear, you can hear shit, you can see shit. You know what I mean? You smoke weed. True say we did smoke dust back in the days, true say. You know what I mean? True say, we did. So I would have count 1 or 2 trips to maybe seeing somebody in the window and like, nah, I'm just tripping. Fuck no. That shit was like petrified, nigga. That shit was on the 78 bus line on Highland Boulevard. You go out there by yourself, 14, 15 years old, you hear those babies crying, and then you got the story in your head, right? So you like psychologically, maybe these crackers is playing, tricks on your mind. But once you start going to the building and you dealing with it, you can feel it. Like, you can feel it. I mean, like, you can feel it. And I swear, I'm fucking Shorty. She was bad, though. I couldn't even find a Harlem girl. Like, I'm a little nigga. The first girl I see with the bamboo earrings, like on TV. You know what I mean? Now the girls used to have the bamboo earrings, like on TV. Mm-hmm. She was like one of them girls. So even though she was, fucking with us, she was better than the chicks that we was fucking up on the mountain. Chicks on the mountain was horrible. You know what I'm saying? There's an outside chick. And I'm in it, show her back, right? Now look at her. First I thought her face shifted. And then I swear to God, this bitch just like, I swear her face just jumped out at me. Like just jumped out at me. I just snuffed Shorty. Bam. I didn't realize I broke my nose. I ain't never broke nobody's nose before. You know what I mean? No nigga, no nothing. You know what I mean? Nobody never broke nobody's jaw or nothing like that. So it wasn't like I did it purposely. You know what I'm saying? It was pure reaction because this bitch was a fucking demon. Like, swear to God. And I'm not surprised that she was a demon because when you a little nigga like that and you running around and, robbing cabs and, beating niggas up and you stabbing people and you back and forth C-74 and you're here and you're there, you got a little demon inside of yourself. So that's what you attract. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so what happened? What the chick said or did after that?
Nah, I broke out. I ended up leaving the chick. I told the chick to hold on. I was going to get some help. You know what I'm saying? But I lived there. This place is big, man. This shit is like, it's right next to Tottenville Cemetery. And like maybe I give it like 4 blocks from Arthur Kill prison facility, right? This shit is huge. This shit is long. Like, it's at least a good, I give it 20 to 25, 30 minutes to walk from, one end to the other. You understand what I'm saying? And this shit's just full of cottages. You know what I mean? So I dipped off and I ran back to Staten House. I told her I was going to get some help, but I never did. Shorty ended up calling the police, ambulance, and all them come. She described me. They called me Fife back then. My name is Waydah. Waydah Blacc. But they used to call me Fife. I was a little fat and dark, and I used to rap. So, I still rap, but I was rapping back then. You know how that stigma go, right? So she knew my description, and she knew what cottages I was from, because I brought the bitch up there. And they came, they got me, and I told them it was an accident. I told them it was an assault. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an assault on purpose. I wasn't trying to take no pussy. I wasn't trying to do any of that. You know what I mean? It turned out that bitch had a warrant any motherfucking way for shoplifting and shit like that. I mean, she's from Staten Island. I ain't know the bitch like that. But that wasn't the first bitch, or the last bitch rather that I brought up there and you heard babies. Used to be this motherfucking, I mean, I'm not ashamed to say it. I mean, I was 14, it was a light-skinned bitch with hazel eyes. And she was kind of retarded. You know what I'm saying, lads? Like, real talk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was kind of retarded. You know what I'm saying? She's from DDU. If you in DDU, you are type retarded, whether you got a baby or not. So, she had a fat ass, though, pretty face. And I'm not getting no pussy. You know what I mean? I'm not in the outside world fucking like that. So, I deal with her. I go up in the spot. She says to me, yo, no, my baby died here. I'm like, baby died here? She's like, yeah, my baby died here. Sometimes I can hear my baby dying. I was like, sometimes I can hear your baby dying. She was like, listen, man, this place right here, they took the baby after the baby died and they buried it in the cemetery. I never believed Shorty. Shorty ended up getting like, what do you call that, transferred and all that. I had a homie named Haiti kid, died in Staten Island. And they put that nigga in a box, or this box. That was the first nigga right there in that cemetery. You know what I mean? So I started believing Shorty, like the babies really was dying. And you can hear these niggas. You stand on 78 bus line or Highland Boulevard by yourself, Tottenville, or with someone, you're gonna hear these babies crying. Crying. You know what I mean? Females whimpering. You understand? I don't know how many suicides it was because I was part of my time, but that shit was fucking ridiculous. I used to be scared to death. Like the mouth. Like the mouth was scary.
You said they said the girls was committing suicide in that facility?
Yeah, like after their babies was dying, because it wasn't no reason why. They didn't understand from the story I was told from like staff members, you know, to tell you shit. Or you might have like a cool nigga that like work in the system, but that nigga from like the projects, he probably be from like Park Hill and all that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't like to give names, but it was niggas. It was from like Park Hill, you know what I mean? Niggas from Stapleton, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that, you know, they might have went astray once or twice. And, you know, or not, obviously they didn't have no violent felonies because they were able to get a bachelor's degree and, you know, work within the juvenile system, you know what I mean? But they was from the hood, so they would put you on a certain shit, you know what I'm saying? We was cool niggas, you know what I mean? We was dirty and all that, but we was cool niggas, everybody from different, you know, boroughs at the spot and Staten Island. But that shit was fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, they never even like was reporting this place. Like, when the staff left, you know, you'd be niggas who needed their medicine, the niggas started just like tweaking out, stabbing niggas for no motherfucking reason. Walking out into the middle of the street trying to get hit by cars. The 122 precinct was out there. No, it was the 123 right upon. So, and there might have been like 10 officers. And them niggas would pick them niggas up and just take you the fuck away. But you know, like I said, the parents, nobody was coming up here. This wasn't like, it was who you gonna report it to? When these babies is dying and these girls committing suicide. They ended up closing the house down. Like I said, and we used to use that shit just to like, you know, bring scallywags up in there, you know, get ahead and all that, you know, and fucking all that. Probably stash weapons in and all that in case you got like a cottage war, you know. But that shit was bananas. Niggas that have like whole cottage wars up in that motherfucker over on the hill, and you tell niggas, yo, we gonna take it over by DDU. Because niggas be scared to go up there because they know that shit is haunted. That shit is haunted. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't there for like spurts of time. You know what I'm saying? I was there for 3.5 years. You know what I'm saying? I met niggas that was there 5 and 6 years living on the mountain. Like, going up the hill, scared to death of this motherfucking place, DDU. You gotta look that shit up, guys. So you gotta.
That's the name of the female facility, DDU?
Yeah, DDU was the female facility. I was in CFY. I'm saying that you had niggas in like RFC, you know, 8 house, 7 house, 10 house. You know, the retarded bitch I was fucking with, she was in GDU, but like Omega side or whatever. You know what I mean? She was a little slow. She wasn't retarded. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taking advantage of bitch. You know what I'm saying? I was a little nigga. But, you know, she was a little retarded, though. I can't front. You know what I'm saying? But she was pretty. And, you know, I do what I had to do. But, yeah, and she wasn't scared to go up there. But that shit, nigga, when she told me about the baby and all that, remember, I'm a little nigga. She a little older than me. She probably was like 17 or some shit like that, you know. Like, oh, your baby died here, too. I'm like, oh, this shit is real. You know, right across from the cemetery. They never reported that shit. I'm surprised you never heard of this place, man.
You said they got the cemetery right across from the facility?
Right across from the facility. Like I said, I was in 8 house towards the end of the campus. It's a huge campus. It's 9 houses, share housing, at least 5,000 children. You know what I'm saying? You might have 1 or 2 niggas that was like 19, like just making 19, you know, like just making it, and they might have had special circumstances, you know, they might have been retarded or handicapped or whatever, but as soon as you was 18, they was throwing you out. You know what I'm saying? They threw me out. You know what I'm saying? 18, you know what I'm saying? 1995, threw me right out. Boom, yo, you leave tomorrow. I was AWOL for like maybe 6 weeks, my nigga. Word of mother, fucking some older bitch out in Staten. I came back, staff member like, yo, you getting discharged tomorrow. I called my mom's. Like, yo, they told me I'm leaving. She like, oh, you're not coming here. You know what I'm saying? This was it. This was chance for you. That shit was real. I didn't really believe in that shit back then. You know what I mean? I understand what it meant. But that place was fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in the world that babies is dying and girls is committing suicide and niggas is stabbing each other and raping each other, you know, over here being oppressed by staff members, and nobody's reporting this shit because there's nobody here. We was walking through the walls, like, as you heard, like, you know, you get so stressed out and then you bored, my nigga. You ain't nobody cooking on the campus. You got to go to the supermarket and steal your shit. So we would, you know, wild out, break the walls, and we could walk to the next room and shit, like through the wall type shit. You know what I mean? So
you saying that? You saying what years was you there? Did you talk about again?
I got the Mount Loretto. I say 92. I got the Mount Loretto in 92.
Yeah, man.
You said so. 92.
You said that shit just was like a group home. That shit was just like a group home with no motherfucking staff that be there at all.
That shit was. It was like your last stop. Like, you know, it was like, you know, you done fucked up. You know, you done been to, you know, Harlem Valley. You done been to Lakeside. You done been to Sleepy Hollow. You done been to Children's Village. You know, you done did that. You might not necessarily be the baddest kid that's out there committing crime. You understand what I'm saying? So you might be getting arrested, yeah, but you're not out there committing crime. You might bust a nigga in the head, you know what I mean, with a broomstick, you know what I mean, or something like that, or a hammer or something like that, you know, and get a charge or whatever like that. But you wasn't outside committing crime because you're in the system, you're a ward of the state. But yeah, this place was fucked up. This was the last of the Mohicans. They sent me there from Children's Village. They sent me straight there. I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? You get this 8th house. So I'm there towards the end of it. You know what I'm saying? They was telling me the good stories where, you know, they bring the van up to the cottage and the food come out and all that, staff feed you and all that. Nah, my nigga, this shit wasn't nothing like that. This shit we was spending for fucking self, you heard? And like I said, you know, that dust had niggas going crazy in Staten Island, my nigga. Well, that's my season. So that dust had niggas going crazy in Staten Island. So we would go back, Staten, Park Hill or whatever, cop from like 160 and all that, that building that method. Talk about, I mean, like, I'm a Brooklyn nigga, but like I said, I'm in Staten Island. I mean, I'm in the spot, so I'm going outside, a little dirty rugrat nigga, like, take niggas chore money, you know, get like $100, me and my mans, and we go out there, do what we do, but we would go back to GDU and sit there and try to listen for the babies. You know what I'm saying? We try to listen for the babies because at the time, it's almost like psychologically fucked up because it's like, that felt like the only thing that was real. You know what I'm saying? Your mother ain't calling you, nigga. Your pops ain't calling you. Ain't no brothers and sisters coming to see you. Ain't nobody giving you no fucking clothes. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. Black people is racist. White people is fucking racist. You know what I mean? You ain't getting no pussy. You ain't getting no money. You watching rap niggas on videos and shit. Crackers is on the fucking bus, you know, disrespecting you. So we would go to DDU and we would sit there to try to listen for the babies. You know, because it felt like the only thing that was real. You know? Mount Loretto, man. You know, there's niggas that been there. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas that been there, man. You know, like I said, everybody ain't been up north. You know what I'm saying? And I tip my hat to the soldiers that been up there, you know what I'm saying, that survived and came home as men, or transitioned and became a man, or, you know, survived and kept his dignity. You understand what I'm saying? Even the pussy niggas that just, you know, was able to live and not get their ass up and, you know, and wash no niggas' drawers. I tip my hat to niggas that done 10, 14, 15 years. I got a bunch of them niggas, but yeah, I ain't never did that shit. Yeah, we was in that juvenile system 5 or 6 years ago, going fucking crazy, going bananas. That shit wasn't no joke when your mother don't want you and your daddy don't want you. You know what I'm saying? And you out there, you know, and this is before like Bloods and Crips. This is when the guards, like I was out the vine, like I was on it, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, lads? Like, you know, when you on it and you first get your book of life and you like, yeah, I just knowledge 1 to 10. You know what I'm saying? And you're like to look at you like, nigga, please. Like, you know what I mean? Now here, you got to do the supreme mathematics, you know what I'm saying? Here go these solar facts. This is those average. But the guards, you know, they outside. They wasn't in this motherfucking facility. So, you know, you smoke the dust, you go back to DDU, you listen to the babies. I swear to this day, they probably can still hear them fucking babies up. Because that place is still there, you know what I'm saying? But now they use it for just straight psychiatric, like crazy kids. It's only for kids. And the crackers had this shit like right in the cut, right by Arthur Kill. You know Arthur Kill facility, right?
Yeah.
What is that, a medium?
Yeah, I don't even know if Arthur Kill is still open. I think they closed that down, I think.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know if it was a medium or what, but you know, it was like right by Arthur Kill Road. Like I said, the 123 precinct. Back in them days, it was only 3 precincts in Staten Island. The 120, 122, and the 123. And the 123 was out there, you know, trying to deal with the crackers. Was like, it wasn't much crime going on. The niggas had 8, 9 officers. Nigga, the Mount, we was the crime. Like, they was coming up there every day, nigga. Every day. Nigga be hungry. You know what I'm saying? He been AWOL for 3 days. He come home. Ain't no motherfucking food in that motherfucker. Everybody going home on a home visit. That nigga mother ain't talked to him in 4 months. His birthday coming up, that nigga flips out. Bam. Hit a nigga over the head with a fucking TV. You know what I'm saying? Police is coming. Now he going to jail. Like, that was that type of place. It was fucked up there. Lucky for me, you know what I mean? I met a bitch out there when I was 17. And by the time I was 18, going back, like I said, that day they discharged me, I was already in the projects, like, turned out. You know what I'm saying? Like turned out. Like, I remember you had a nigga from Staten Island, I was talking about cab robberies and shooting, and the niggas was shooting cab. They was doing that shit. They was shooting cab robberies. Like, I used to go to the projects and go back to the Mount. So niggas thought I was tough. Truthfully, they thought I was tougher than what I was. You know, I'm a little nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like 5'4". So they thought I was tougher than what I was because I was outside the Staten Island projects and then would come back, you know, new code. It ain't really new. I might have got it from an older nigga, you know what I'm saying? A little bubble goose or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some polo joints I might have tried to steal from Century 21, shit like that. But yeah, you gotta go back to the babies. You gotta look that shit up, man. You gotta look that shit up, man. Babies, niggas dying, you heard?
Definitely. You said that spot is still open?
Yeah, now it's like they use it for like like I said, psychiatric facility. Because like when you're in the system, like you know when they first, like I don't know when they identify what is that shit, ADD and things like that. I don't know when they came up with that acronym. But when we was little in school and you was bad and you couldn't sit still and you ended up in the system, they would put slow down medicine on you, you know. Terrazine, Ritalin, and things of that nature. But we never consented to none of this shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when my mom brought me there, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even with her anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was already out the house by the time I was 10. I was already gone. But when I got to family court and they caught me for being arrested, I can't remember what it was for. She ended up showing up in court. I was living in Covenant House. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know Covenant House. That was like a shelter for teenagers, right? So I'm a little nigga living there. And then when I came back down from Children's Village, after being there for 2.5 years, I ended up at Mount Loretto. And this, like they said, this is the last stop. You know, you're fighting too much. You're getting too many tickets on staff. You know, you're going AWOL too much. You're beating up people. You're extorting people. You know, things of that nature. Little nigga shit. And it's not really extortion, lads. It's really not, bro. And it's really not beating up people. It's like, we little niggas, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? There's no mommy, there's no daddy, there's no brother, you know, Christmases, nigga, you know what I mean? Christmases, you know what I'm saying? I went through just like niggas up north, right? Like, but we little though. We 11, we 12, you know what I'm saying? We 13. Like I said, I was discharged when I was 18. Yeah, I seen 6 Christmases with no mommy, no daddy, no brothers, no visit, no card, no letter, no phone call, no drawers, no socks, no nothing. So it wasn't that we was up there committing these acts on each other just because we wanted to. If you understand where I'm coming from, lads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And the medicine, like I said, the medicine that they would give us in Mount Loretto, and there's niggas that been a fucking Lakeview that was getting medicine and maybe not want to say it, but yeah, it was giving niggas medicine, man. Like, we didn't know what it was. I call it slow down medicine, because I never really understood the terminology of it. I just knew it made me feel like mad slow. I mean, me and my man Kazimbi used to sit there. That nigga mastered the up, down, left, right shit. Like, I'm giving my age away, right? My bad. But, you know what I mean? If a person might be in a situation where they running or, you know, they might grow up to be, because some of them niggas grew up to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? They done some wild things in life. But then there's some niggas that died, like my nigga Peter Carrasquillo. Like, when you was in the system, you call everybody by, like, your first and last name. You know what I'm saying? It's Peter Carrasquillo, you know, Tyrell Bill, shit like that. But these are some of these niggas, rest in peace to these brothers, that we would go to the hill and we would sit there for DDU, you know, smoke wet and listen for these babies, and you would hear these motherfuckers. Then there was times where it's born, like, you have like cottage wars, like, you know, we used to plot against one another. Maybe 7 niggas against a whole house of 13, 15 boys, or maybe 25 boys against a house, a double house of 50 boys. But you would go over to the hill and this priest used to live up there. Now the priest, he had died some shit like that they had said back in the days. But there was times where I swear to God, you could see like a body just walking over this cliff, sitting over there. Now tell me it's not the dust. You ever smoke dust? I mean, not to put your feelings out there, but like.
Nah, but I was going to ask you that. Like, when you smoke dust, don't that shit make you hallucinate and shit like that? Or are you able to know the difference between something that's making you hallucinate from the drug and real shit?
Well, when I was little, Like I've only had like two experiences of like a hallucination. Once when I was young, like maybe 17, and once as a grown man. But no, I never hallucinated. And it wasn't just times of, like I said, just smoking wet and hearing these babies. That was just something we used to do. That was our thing. Like you know what I mean? Now you be in a house full of niggas, y'all might cook up every Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It might be your day. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do on Thursdays, you cook. And y'all all eat or y'all break bread. This is what we did. We would go AWOL, like I said, get the wet, come back to DU and smoke so we could feel the pain. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear the babies. You know what I'm saying? We want to know what's real. You know what I'm saying? You out here, like, it's not far. It's not like being in Kaksaki. It's not like being in Elmira. No. But when you're a little nigga that's from Marcy Projects and they stick you in a fucking place where you know no fucking body in the middle of a fucking borough at 11 years old, 12 years old, and no one's fucking feeding you and dealing with you, that world is it's the same comparison. You know what I'm saying? As far as the despair, as far as the danger, as far as the neglect. So yeah, things can play tricks on your minds. But nah, niggas heard them fucking babies. You know what I'm saying? Niggas heard when I was fucking shorty and that demon came in her face, that was real. It wasn't no dust, nigga. There was no dust. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even land spread right there. I think it was like skunk. I think it was like skunk. Word of mother. I think it was like skunk. You know what I'm saying? You get the fat nickelback of skunk. But I think you get like the nickelback of skunk. You know what I'm saying? You would smoke that. It wasn't no dust, right? Yeah, you know, it might trip, you know, smoking that, but no. These babies, that shit was real. And then shorty, like I said, when she was telling me that, I don't know why she was telling me that, bro. You know, at the end of the day. But she was, like I said, you know, DDU, these chicks was kind of slow. So she could have just been tweaking and was living in the despair of the ever memory, you know, the forever memory of her baby dying and, you know, under these circumstances. And nobody gave a fuck and nobody reported it and it never made no papers. And nobody, her mama or her daddy never came and got her. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how Mount Loretto was, my nigga. That shit was stupid crazy. You gotta see that shit, my nigga. You gotta see that shit, nigga. If I do a record with you, that's where we gonna shoot the video at, nigga. I'm gonna show you this shit, you heard?
I'm gonna find that shit on the map.
Yeah, Mount Loretto, right off of Highland Boulevard.
And you said people said they used to be, you said you seen the priest that supposedly had died in there. You said you was seeing some shit that looked like a dude walking by.
Yeah, like walking by, like walking off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes the light would be on for no reason. And this house is abandoned. That whole side is done after that. Like when they started closing the facility, the priest had been died prior to this, but when they closed that facility, there was nobody. So there was no reason for no sounds. There was no reason for no lights. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no reason for, you know, to be over there. So that's why we would go. Staff wasn't even going over there. The remaining ones that was there, like they used to have a nigga like Nightcrawler, Big Dread nigga. I think he was from New Brighton. But that nigga wasn't even coming up there. He was a big black motherfucker with dreads and all that, muscles like Predator and all that. You know what I'm saying? He was the nigga that was, you know, sent to get you at night if you sneaking out, you trying to get on that bus and go AWOL. Especially for little niggas. He was like Suicide Watch, basically on the island. That's who he was. You know what I'm saying? And we would go up there because they not coming up there, nigga. We'd go up there and go AWOL for days, nigga, sleeping in there, going to the supermarket and stealing food, bologna sandwiches and Oreo cookies and bread and mustard and shit like that, socks, you know what I'm saying, deodorant. You know what I mean? And staying over there 3 and 4 days with other bitches that used to be out there on the campus that just wanted to go AWOL for a minute and just blow off some steam. But yeah, man, them babies, that shit was bananas. You know what I'm saying? At first it was a joke, like when we first started bringing little niggas up there. I keep saying little niggas. I was a little nigga too. You know what I'm saying? But I was a pussy. So, you know what I mean? I wasn't ever brought to the hill. I was told about the hill. But when other niggas my age was coming in, 11, 12, and 13, and we would bring them to the hill, at first it was a joke. We wasn't hearing nothing. It was a myth for like maybe 2 years. And then that one time I bought Shorty there, it was a rap. Then after we had like Haiti Kid there and Peter Carasquello, we used to go up there and just sit there. My nigga be like, yo, you hear that shit? Like, yo, son, you hear that shit? You know, your nigga be like, I don't hear shit, nigga, shut the fuck up. You don't hear nothing. Like, nah, son, you hear that shit? Like, listen, you hear that shit? You might hear like. Them times I ain't really fuck with, but then them times when you just in there and you chilling and everything is vibrant, you're not thinking about the stories, you're not thinking about the legend, none of that shit, then all of a sudden you just hear, you know, boom, you know what I'm saying, door slam, boom. You're like, what the fuck is that? There's nobody here, lads. I mean, it's just us. There's no one here. That shit was haunted for real. To this day, I start to my kids about that shit, you know what I mean? And they be looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna shoot a video if me and you ever do a song.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna fuck with going up there if niggas is hearing babies and seeing priests walk off cliffs and stuff.
Like, it was like terrifying, because remember, like you said, psychologically, and like your mind can play tricks on. This is fuck the dust, fuck any substances, right? Fuck any substances that could just chemically have you unbalanced, right? Just the sense of a regular person hearing the story, you know what I'm saying, being in this predicament, and when you look out your window, you know how you was talking about Camp Gabriel and all that, in the woods and all that, and Staten Island, where this is at, is nothing but woods there, nothing but KKK and fucking big ass fucking trees and deers and shit. So when you look out your window, it's this big ass fucking cemetery, you know, and the staff is telling you, like, you think you bad, you think you tough, you're gonna end up right over there in that motherfucking cemetery. You're gonna end up right over there in that cemetery. So you think it's a threat until you actually start seeing kids die, my nigga. Niggas dying. You know what I'm saying? My niggas died in there. I lost 4 niggas in there, girl.
How dudes was dying in there?
One nigga, he had died from AIDS. He was a hormone nigga. That nigga ended up dying from AIDS. He wasn't getting treatment. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Bobby. He was a hormone nigga, but that nigga was mad cool, you heard? Like when you in this spot, like, these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Just because he was a hormone don't mean he wasn't an individual or a human. You know what I'm saying? You learn that being in these facilities. Niggas ain't fuck with them like that, you heard? But we didn't let other houses jump on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody's gonna fuck with him, we was. You know what I'm saying? If anybody was
how
gonna
old you said he was when he died?
Bobby was 17 when he died.
And he died at that facility?
Yeah, he died there. That nigga died in his sleep. That nigga had AIDS, mad long. Him and this nigga, rest in peace, David Irizarry. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Haiti kid. You know what I'm saying? What they do is they would put you in like this box, like, and they would take you right across to the cemetery and just bury you there. Like, no notification, no nothing. Whoever was there, and, you know, you attend the ceremony, and that was that, over at the big church. But nobody was giving a fuck, bro. Nobody didn't care. You know what I'm saying? You go back and forth to Rikers Island, nigga, you could go out there, nigga, you go to the mall, you go steam, Al Pastel, then you can get on the ferry, knock 3-4 white boys out, take their pockets, you know what I'm saying? You can get to 42nd Street, get into some shit, rumble a nigga, stab a nigga, get locked up, and they had layers on that was gonna come get you. You know what I'm saying? Because on your records, you psychologically unfit. On your record, you know, you take medicine. You know what I'm saying? You a ward of the state. You deem kind of crazy. You might even could, you know what I mean, man down a nigga and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's called pleading insanity, because I don't think that's what they called it back in the days when we was little. But we was basically like, it was almost just like a pass, my nigga, for mad long. Like, you get 14, 15 arrests and go back and forth to Rikers Island for 8 weeks, 6 weeks. You know what I mean? 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come back, liaison come get you, and you get right back to this motherfucking spot where this shit is going down, and no one's coming and no one's giving a fuck. But one thing that ain't never left, babies. That shit ain't never left, nigga. Ever. You be sitting in your motherfucking bed, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you might have a room with like 4 niggas in it. Now, ain't everybody leaving out. You might have a nigga AWOL, you might have a nigga locked up, you know what I mean? You might have went up north, you on the island, or you might have a nigga that tipped off for the night, and now you in there by your fucking self. You in there by yourself. You looking out the window, you see the cemetery, and you hearing these fucking babies. And you're like, yo, I saw a priest. You know what I'm saying? I saw a priest. There wasn't too many niggas that said they saw a priest. You know what I'm saying? So that was another reason why, you know, we always took it serious, because like I said, we was just scaring, you know, new intakes, you know, coming in. Like, you're on Rikers Island, and niggas coming in and they got their ID and scheming on their PIN number and all that, and you know what I mean? And shit like that.
How you said the other kids died that died?
Haiti kid was murdered though. Haiti kid, he was murdered in New Brighton, and the facility ended up taking care of his shit. Another nigga committed suicide.
In the facility?
Yeah, right there. I think it was in 7th house. You know what I'm saying? I think it was in 7th house. Niggas was crazy back then, bro. Like, little niggas was so depressed, my nigga, than you on this medicine. And like I said, when the staff abandoned the spot, now you're not getting the medicine, lads. Like, you're not getting it. Like, I was dependent on, you know, these pills. I was dependent on it. I needed it. At least they told me I needed it. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't have it, I was docile. I wasn't fighting. I wasn't cutting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't picking up lead pipes and having cottage woods. So once them niggas was gone and you didn't have the medicine, niggas was just violent the fuck out.
Did you hear the story on the channel about the bro that was thrown, that his moms threw him in a mental institution?
Yeah, it's like, you know what it was? It's like, I think Mom Dukes, you know, real talk, I think she didn't understand the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're young and you hate everybody and you're in these situations, like I said, I've been through 6-7 years, nigga. I ain't seen my mom for 26 years, you know what I'm saying? But at this early age, I'm talking about, we'll be back, not to diverse, you hate everything and you hate your mother and you hate everything. But I gotta remember, like, you know what I'm saying? I was born in Marcy, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? My mother went to labor in the hallway, like, you know what I'm saying? 15 years old. So as a grown man, I understand now, but you still, at those ages and you in these places, my nigga, with other niggas like that, and they giving you the medicine and, they telling you shit like, your mother don't love you, or your father ain't coming to get you, or, you little faggot, you just stand in 30, don't give a fuck if you go to school, don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I'm saying? Little niggas just running around fucking each other, staff members just fucking these little niggas. But then the only thing that was real, like I said, the only escape was the legend of these babies. But that shit, you can hold over a nigga. You can hold that shit over a little nigga. When you're a little nigga, 11 years old, like I was 12 years old, and, you're a little afraid. Pause, I wasn't even 12. I got in there when I was 13. It's like bigger kids, when they tell you the story, they don't fuck with you. I figured they're not fucking with niggas. I'm a cool nigga. And I knew 1 or 2 niggas from Marcy. My nigga Willie Hooten. I'm saying I was the guard sincere. I gave him knowledge of self. After I got knowledge of self from the guard Born Aware from Springfield. Like niggas was from everywhere, lads. Like it was these niggas from the Bronx, niggas from White Plains. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from Queens, niggas from Brooklyn. Little niggas.
And these was all kids whose parents just ain't want them no more?
Well, you had a few parents like I can't say who everyone's situation was, but yeah, there was a few niggas whose parents didn't want them, bro. It was evident. Niggas who ain't never seen them. Niggas, listen, let me tell you something, nigga. When pause, I didn't mean to call you a nigga like that. Pause, so you heard about. Yeah, when the family courts downtown in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen my mom's maybe for like 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? I left my house when I was 10. So like 2.5 years.
Why you left the house? Your mom's was messing with drugs or something like that?
I know my step-pops got high. I don't know if my mom's got high. You know what I'm saying? I don't really talk about shorty like that, you heard? But I don't think she got high, you heard? She's a little pretty chick, you know what I'm saying, for the projects, you know what I'm saying, 15 years old. She had mad sisters, pussy brothers, my uncles and them niggas. Rest in peace to them niggas. Them niggas was pussy. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas never defended her, you heard? My pops was from Tompkins, he defended her a couple of times. Like, this is like I grew up in the era like the Tatas and the, and the Tislams and the, I'm under them actually, you know what I'm saying? I'm more like the Shoobies and, you know what I mean? And my nigga OG Turtle, you know what I'm saying? Not to call out niggas' names for myself, you know what I'm saying? But, I come from that era. So yeah, shit was fucked up. But my step-pops was the police officer. So I think I was bad because every time I went outside, I got to fight, you know what I'm saying? And get jumped. I got nobody to help me. I look funny. I got the funny sneakers on. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I mean? Winter time, I got the, the doinky doink coat. You know what I'm saying? My shit looking mad lame. Nobody teaches you nigga how to fight, so niggas fuck with you. And so anger, you know what I'm saying? Anger. And I think I was just uncontrollable. Or that bitch ass nigga just had so much dick power over shorty. You know what I'm saying? That at her young age and at her state of mind, he was able to be the influence. Like I say, he was a housing cop. That nigga used to work out in Fort Wayne. So I gotta live in the projects, 532 Myrtle, nigga. I was born there, you know what I'm saying? 3D, I gotta go 297, I gotta go to 33, with this stigma of this police officer. So, I was a snitch from kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that was labeled, I was an outcast from kindergarten. Like, so it makes you angry. So she told me I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? She told me I had to leave. And, the saga continues. You're outside. You end up fast forward, coming out, probably was like maybe 12 and a half. And then, like I said, I ended up catching a bullshit arrest. I can't remember what it was. I think it was on Lower East Side, over there by the FDR Drive. We used to go over there and knock Spanish niggas out for their bikes, you heard? And we would take the bikes and sell them shits to white people over there by Port Authority. Because when you're little, if you stay out too late for coming to the house, it's just like the shelters of a grown man. You lose your bed. You know what I'm saying? But being that we was juveniles, they have to let you in after 30 days. So we would stay out for 30 days, just play Port Authority, you know what I'm saying, sleeping in the train stations, out there catching little pockets and shit like that. Probably take the motherfucking, the soft niggas that was out there and make them do shit, don't give them no money, so we could come back and just, and chill and drink 40s and, buy a pair of pants and some sneakers. So that's how that shit was, bro. And I end up, like I said, fast forward, like Mount Loretto. I was there till I left there at 18. I was discharged, 1995. Well, I had my second baby, you heard? I had another baby in the system, you heard? There's bitches there, you fucking. Like, that's another whole thing. Like, I had a whole baby in that motherfucker. And these niggas, like, they separated me and the girl what I'm saying? She was from a place called Jenny Clarkson. That shit was in Valhalla. And what they used to do was they used to bust these chicks down to Mount Loretto so that they could go to school. You know what I mean? And when the outside girls is coming in, like, it's like, wow, like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you know, it's fresh meat because you sitting here with the rest of these 100 bitches that you've been seeing for the last 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? You done fought with them, you done argue with them, you're tired of these chicks. And there might be chicks you never even was able to get, but now these outside girls is coming in, which when you grow up, you realize they wasn't different. They was the same individual. They was the same female that was where you was at. You know what I'm saying? They was the abandoned. They was the giving away. They was the ones that was going to be prostitutes. They was the ones that was going to be murderers. You know what I'm saying? They was the ones that was going to be drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't one of them. Like, I did sell crack at 10 in the projects. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why my mama got rid of me. I did do that, but I didn't grow up, as a drug dealer. I wasn't successful with that shit. I got put in the system too early. So I went through the system becoming a man. You dolo. So these females that's coming in, they feel grown. They dolo. I ended up fucking having a baby. I love her to this day. You know what I mean?
But
they took her. Like they said, they took her. They separated us.
You said y'all both was in the group homes?
Yeah, we both was in the system. She was in a place called Jenny Clarkson. That shit was in Valhalla. So what you would have to do was, you would have to go AWOL, right? And then you would have to go to like 120, I think it was 24th or 25th over there somewhere, but where the Pathmark used to be, and you would have to get on the Metro North, and you would have to take the Metro North up to Valhalla. You know what I'm saying? Little niggas hopping that shit, my niggas hopping everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Going to the store back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Asking for Dutch Masters and running out and shit like that so we can smoke on the way up, and you're going to see these bitches. But this particular time, the female had actually, she fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? On my second time going up there, you know what I'm saying? Shorty was dope. She was from Queens too. She was dope. Haitian girl, you know what I mean? She was dope. At least she was dope when I was a little nigga. I don't know what she looked like now. I mean, she could look like death for all I know right now. You know what I mean? But she was dope back then. But she ended up pregnant, you know what I'm saying? From not using protection. And they took the baby. They just took the baby. I remember Shorty like calling me and crying. Like I never seen her again. She never came back to the ground. I ended up bumping into her after I was discharged. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget her phone number. I still know the number to this day. She had wrote me a letter and gave me the number when she was gone. I got the letter when I got discharged. I'll never forget that number.
You said you lost contact with her and never spoke to her again?
Yeah, I didn't speak to her for dumb long. Maybe like, damn, I didn't speak to Shorty like, I left the Mount. I left the Mount in 95. I didn't leave Staten Island altogether, but I did leave the Mount in 95. So I didn't speak to Shorty probably from like 92, 93 to like maybe 2002. You know what I'm saying? End up bumping back up into Shorty. Like, she was a wild freak too after time. I had mad kids, mad different baby daddies. But I always knew she was from that part of Queens, over there by Linden Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? I know you take the 25 bus and, you could go there. That's how I remember traveling and see Shorty. But